As I observed the park over the quarter, I noticed that those who were not homeless tended to congregate towards the front of the park, and those who were homeless tended to stay at the back of the park. Interviewing people, I learned that many of the homeless that hung out at the park were waiting to be seen by the methadone clinic off the street that didn't allow them to wait in front. I also learned that one of the reasons why the homeless tended to congregate towards the back of the park was because of the way the park was built, to have a bird's eye view, and sitting in the back allowed them to see who was watching them and who wasn't. I interviewed the following people to further understand how people felt about the social and spatial exclusion between the two groups.
My name is Sean Smith, and I've been a resident of Portland for about 7 years now. So the question I was asked today was how people interact in park settings, and I think a lot of it has to do with self-segregation, between gender, social circles, and social, how much people make, or it's different social circles. So I think a lot of that self-segregation. I also think this park specifically, being so close to Burnside and having a history of sex workers, not a lot of women frequent this park, out of fear of being oppressed or abused or, sexually discriminated against in some way.
So you do think that there is an exclusion between the homeless and
Yeah, and I
non-homeless?
do believe that they believe that the homeless people here are discriminated against or judged. So I think that a lot of it is self-segregation as opposed to authority or other social, networks really displacing them intentionally. I think a lot of it is self-doing.
Do you feel that there's a social exclusion at Brian O. Square between the homeless and the non-homeless, and how do you view this?
There obviously is, with the separation and the spatial issues. They are tending to stay up there, probably in their comfort zone with people that are in the same social class as them, and they probably feel a lot more comfortable, especially with harassment, and they might have a subconscious view of themselves and might feel like shame. Even though it might tend to their circumstance and everyone has the different problems, and then I guess over there's different views. They might tend to stay away from here since the food trucks are here, people like us come and sit down, and they may not want to be viewed as people who are harassing, but just this is like their space since it's close to the resources that they can gain.
My name's Brian Baker. People call me RB out here. I keep the streets unlocked. I was unfortunate enough to have to come out here about 3 months ago. I ran out of unemployment, but the way I like to look at it is now I'm fortunate enough to be out here in the street with people and trying to figure out how to survive without working right now. My goal within the next month or so is to go to JOB, get into one of these places to live they offer for homeless people, and restart my life. I don't tell people my age. I can be 20 years old, I can be 30 years old. It really doesn't matter. I just know everybody can get along, and everybody does. We're here at the park, and we have.
Do you feel that O'Brien Square is a place where the homeless people can come together and hang out and have things that they have in common?
Yeah, homeless people on Sunday, they have the Sunday Feed in the Park. I like how they kind of just go and choose one part of the park. So it works pretty well for them. I don't see where else they would want to do it.
Overall, I noticed that the social exclusion between the homeless and the non-homeless was self-exclusion, and that the people tended to hang out in groups with people they felt comfortable with, or distance themselves from those who they didn't feel comfortable with. At O'Brien Square, it's a park where the homeless can build their own sense of space and where they can socialize with others with similar economic backgrounds.